Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, everybody's having a wonderful night. Me and Steph just got inside. We've been running through the woods.
Literally.
Literally running through the woods, cuts, scrapes.
I got a sore. I got a boo boo. And
Yeah,
he won't make me feel special.
we've been getting after Showtime, trying to get Showtime over here and get her pinned up. Um, literally, uh, they have been all over the place. There's Kevin, Jacob. Uh, let's see. You start at the top. Herman.
There's Kevin Kimberly, Eliza, Aaron, Jacob's in the house, Sugar Bits, Sandy, Jesse, Wanda, Mickey, Trisha, Ed's here.
What's going on, Ed?
Jennifer, Lolene, Darlene, Rhonda, Chris, Samantha, Pam, Grandpa the Chunky Dunking, Crazy Old Goat. That's so hard to say.
Yeah,
Jody.
y'all are going to see where we built the kids some things to deer hunt. I love, and we went and got corn. We went and got a big old block, and yeah, that disappeared.
Oh,
And
actually, two of them.
me and Steph have been on a mission. Oh yeah, nice little bucks. So we've got 3 bucks that are hanging around here. They're nothing really, really big, but it would be perfect for Kayson's first buck. And he's got a pretty good body on him, but he's not a big rag, but he's a 4. There's a 4-point, a 6-point, and a 2-point. No, 2 4-points. So hopefully that's what we're gonna try to get Kayson on here.
And that's why they're not fighting and stuff, is because they're so young, with them just being a 2 4-pointer or whatever.
They will be moving in soon, though, with this cold weather. The colder it gets.
We've been doing good. Hi y'all, what's up? I'm so glad y'all are alive. I have a question for Brandon. What is the catch and hold a chicken the right way?
Do what?
She deleted it. So, I don't know. How do you hold a chicken the right way, maybe?
Just catch it the best you can, and then just hold it. I mean, obviously, don't hold it by the neck or anything like that. Just depends on what you got going on. If you got a whole bunch of them, you'll carry a whole bunch of them so you don't run your trips. But I pretty much know that with the video I posted today that I was going to get some. I haven't read the comments, but I'm pretty sure I know which way they're going to go.
Good afternoon from Australia. We are getting hot weather here now, but pretty windy today. We had some wind a few days ago. That was pretty rough.
Yeah, it was rough. Hermanson needs some welding. Hit him up. Well, maybe next hay season if I have to deal with that thing again. I will say ever since we welded it up with the stick rod, it hasn't come broke again.
Yeah, okay, Diane repeated her question. She said, sorry I messed it up, but how do you catch and hold a chicken? So I got the gist of what you was trying to say.
Yeah, just catch it the best you can. I mean, always. Now with the if they're adults, you want to be super, super careful because actually you don't want to really try to catch one of those until later on in the evening. And the reason why is during the day, they start forming their egg, and if that egg busts in them, that could end their life. So if you're going
just scared everybody.
Well, I'm just telling them if you're going to move them early in the morning or move them late in the evening. Don't try to move them during the daytime if you don't have to. And we're talking about full-grown ones.
How was Kayson's birthday? His birthday was good. I did forget to put in his. I told y'all that we were going to open up, his subscriber gifts and stuff, and I did forget. But he did go ahead and get another gift. So I'm going to throw it all in the video tomorrow. Brandon's going to help me remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
your job.
We have to have a piece of paper to remind us to do everything.
Yep. Brandon, did you get the bobcat that you put the trap for?
No, we have not caught the bobcat yet. Did you see Ransom got his first deal? Yeah, I was there.
Yep. I seen it on video. Your friends, Walker Family Farm, have a cow that looks like Bushwhacker. Are they related?
No,
they're not.
They do look pretty similar. Ellen, how are you? Granny Ellen from Florida. Just got done watching you with the quail. I know our quail has been growing. We've got a bunch of them. I counted them today. I was off a little bit. We got 40 something now.
Do you sell peacock eggs?
We do sell a few of them. This year we may sell a few. I mean, we had some last year, but the only thing I don't like about selling the peacock eggs is sometimes they're not fertile. And those, I know that sometimes they're not fertile, and I don't want to sell somebody peacock eggs if they're not. So we basically hatch them out, then we turn around and sell
them. Next year, feed them cottonseed. The deer love it. Our bucks are huge this year.
Cottonseed. Well, I will say this year is the first year that we've had several little bucks just hanging around over here. Me and Steph actually drove the side-by-side out here pretty close to the feeder, and they just stood there.
They looked at us, but then started eating grass again, or corn, or whatever.
Once we get the Kayson in his stand, hopefully he can get one. But we went and got him a crossbow today, and we're going to try to practice tomorrow and get everything set in. And I can remember the first time Leighton went hunting, and I'm going to do the same thing just like with Kayson. And I know we're going to be in the blind, but I'm going to put the face paint on. I'm going to just so he has that memory as well.
I was hoping Leighton had gotten that touchdown. He was so close.
Oh, I know. He got really, really close.
That was the 15-yard one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of channels grab them by the wings and carry them.
Well, I don't recommend that, but hey, here's the deal. I've seen things too, but they'll make my birds.
Birds, even though we're going to eventually sell them and stuff, they're still kind of like Brandon's pets.
Yeah. Everybody does take care of their animals different ways, and I'm not a person to judge. Maybe that was just the way that person handled them growing up. Maybe that's the way that's taught. But I really do try to care with mine.
David says, y'all have so many irons in the fire. I don't know how you keep up with it all.
It's hard. It's definitely hard. I ain't going to lie.
Did you catch the coyote that you were talking about in the last live?
No. We got him on camera multiple times, but I cannot get him to go in the trap. Our next deal, because I know that he's coming in at around the same time, but I think I am going to try to get me a red dot, or not red dot, an infrared.
I watched a video a little while ago of Houston Arms getting the biggest buck of his life. That was a big buck.
Yep. I tell you, I hope one day we get the opportunity to get some more land, or there is some land over here that one day may come available. And if it does, I hope we get a chance to lease it or, buy it. That would be great.
Leighton got Brandon earlier. Got Brandon and Kayson. He was looking on his phone or whatever. I guess he had an old picture of one of those massive bucks. Was that on our property or someone else? Yeah. And he was like, "That's out there right now." And Leighton's like, "I'm just kidding. That was a few years ago."
Yeah, it was big. Is Bushwhacker gone? Bushwhacker is gone, unfortunately.
Jody says, "I love the video today. I've learned so much watching your videos, both channels. I can't pick a favorite chicken. They're all so unique and beautiful."
Yes, I know, and that's the deal. Is everybody learns different too. Um, and a lot of times I cut out a lot, but I put more in moving the chickens than we usually do, just because I know that people want to see the every, um, you know, what actually goes on. And I really thought one day to actually just have a camera live or just straight through, but yeah, that probably wouldn't be good because, like I say, we all live different from one another, and people may not like how we do things, but it is what it is.
Happy Tuesday from Pensacola. I love the sounds of the night while you were standing outside the tiny house. It's great to see you back on the farm again, tending to the animals. I bet you're glad of it.
Oh yeah, it's so peaceful.
Good evening from South Central Nebraska.
I used to always hold my hen when I was little. So there is a quite a big difference. Like the buttercups that have been in that one pen, we haven't went in the pen to interact. We just pour feed in there and water. You can tell the difference when you go in the pens with the ones you actually go in, and not necessarily you interact with them, but you're inside the pen with them. They're not as crazy.
Hello, Stephanie and Brandon. Just saw you were on. A pleasant surprise for me this evening.
Well, I'm glad you stopped by. You just never know when we're going to be on.
Debbie says, "Sounds like a great dad plan with Kayson's hunting experience."
Yes, I'm excited about it. I really am.
Carol says, "My husband and our neighbor are leaving next week to go hunting antelope and whitetail in Terry, Montana."
Oh, wow. Have you finished the new quail cage? Yep. Yeah, it's finished. Maybe I thought it was in today's video, but if not, maybe it'd be in tomorrow's video. No, I think it is today's video.
Stop yawning, Steph. You're making me yawn. Hey, we've been literally just getting out of the woods, and then this is like the first time to actually sit down. It was more just, I don't know, it's relaxing, I guess.
Where did he go? Bushwhacker went to an auction, and then he went to a farm. I know he did not go to a slaughter place. The sheriff actually deals with the auction a lot over there, and he knows the guy that actually got him, and the guy that buys him buys a lot of cows. He's got numbers that he goes by. He's got Jack, just regular Jack, or Jack 90 or Jack X, and sometimes the Jack 90 goes to the farm. I think Jack X goes to the butcher. So yeah, I'm just glad he went to the farm.
Kevin and Kimberly, they said tell Brandon to quit working you so hard.
I know.
Actually, I really like it. There was sometimes I was a little scared of Brandon's driving, but luckily my side by side, well, both side by sides, they have that little railing you can hold on to.
We went running through the bushes.
I figured my arms will probably be. Oh, I got a scratch right here. Look, a long one. But I'll probably be sore in the muscles tomorrow because I was holding on like a roller coaster. It's not funny. I probably
I'm not
will.
laughing.
What? You see something?
I'm laughing with you. Yeah.
Well, honestly, you look more relaxed now that Bushwhacker is at a good farm.
Yeah, but it's scary at first because you don't know.
What'd Jesse say? Oh, okay, never mind. He said, "I'm just joking with you." I was over there on Facebook watching, couldn't get YouTube to work. Now got it going. That was Dean.
Oh, it was today's video. Yeah, today's video is the quail, showing the new quail pens. We got it completed.
Ryan, can you build a bridge over the creek to drive the tractors? So that's on the to-do list, but it's gonna be.
That's going to take several thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it's gonna take
get it
a
done
bunch.
right. But I don't necessarily think that it's worth spending that much money on the bridge like that. Now, if I was to buy more property over there, maybe, but we only own like 8 acres over there on that side.
Hey, Shirley.
Yeah, it's one of those deals as with Bushwhacker. I don't really start missing him until I go to feed, and then I start missing him. But I don't know if y'all can tell, my little cat has really grew attached to me, and it's pretty neat. Like, you know, she'll get on my shoulders and she'll go through and feed the animals with me. She
likes Brandon. She
Yeah.
likes to bite my toes and my legs, and she's a little butthole. All the bales of hay were very impressive and lots of hard work.
Yeah.
Kevin said, we knew you were a softie for cats.
I didn't know I was, though.
He's a softie for a lot of animals. That's why I can't get a dog, is because he grows attached to them.
Hey, you all. Your show on YouTube. I am from Kentucky. Well, thank you so much for watching.
Oh my gosh. Hi everyone. I hope Kayson had a great birthday. Happy's birthday's Friday. He will be 73.
73.
Maybe YouTube was fixing things. Today's video had a little bit of the quail hutch, but not much. I think you said you had to fix a couple parts. Can't wait to see it with the birds in it.
Okay, so the birds wasn't in it. All right, so we got some birds in there now. Hopefully that'll be out in the next video.
I'm beginning to. Okay, she deleted it. She's going to come back with what she was meaning. Brandon's a softie.
Tina says, hi, everyone, and hope Kayson had a great birthday.
Hubby's birthday's Friday. He'll be
73. I just want to hear it again. So.
I was like, let me say it and see if you understood what I just
Yes,
said.
he had a great birthday. Kayson is, like I said, we went to Academy tonight to get a crossbow. The one that we had, it broke. The string broke, and just luckily nobody got hurt. But we've had that for 3 years now, so we'll end up probably getting it restringed and getting it redone and let Leighton use it or something, so I can sit up in the stand with Kayson and Leighton can go on his own.
I love the videos. Been watching 5 years now. At least we can still see the older videos of Bushwhacker.
Yep.
You can do that. No. What I see is Brandon has grown attached to the cat. I've seen Marty on Homestead Rescue build one from 2 large trees with 2 befores on top of the trees.
Yeah, I've built them too, but you know, time I got to figuring putting the wood, the time, the all the materials, like the feeders and all that, it was cheaper for me to just go ahead and buy it. Now, if I get another one, I'm going to pay $50 for them to put it together.
Dean said, I'm on my phone, my tablet, and my computer. I bet Cowboy's jealous of the little cat. Take over his spot. Ha ha ha.
No, Cowboy is
He's his own person.
He's his own person now.
I'm pretty sure.
He don't even, Now, if I'm down there by myself, he will come up. But like if the kids or something were with me or anyone, he won't come up to me. It's kind of like Showtime, same deal. If I'm by myself, Showtime will actually come up and eat treats out of my hand, but she doesn't like it when other people are around. Thank you so much for your service in law enforcement. You're more than welcome. Hey, John, how are you? I've really enjoyed both of your recent videos. Well, thank you so much, JRK. Kevin says, my friend had coyotes on his ranch. He got one, hung it up on its edge, on the edge of the property, and haven't seen any coyote. You know, I've heard that too. Now, I will say, I've noticed a coyote won't eat a coyote. That was really strange, but they will not. Yep, cowboy will always be a rock star. Cowboy became a hermit in his old age. Yep. I've got to do something to get the cat. I don't know. And I told Leighton and them, I said, you know, if we're out there hunting and a cat or a coyote comes out, we are to take those out because I don't want to, I will worry about hunting later. Have we started tagging the new babies yet? Not yet. That is on the agenda list. Can you feed the oyster shells to all of the birds to strengthen their shells? Yes. And then we also feed their shells back to them, which all the baby chicks that we hatched this last go around, we have all of their shells. So when we get ready to start incubating again, we will take those and we will mix it up with their feed. We'll put it in their feed. They'll get oyster shells again. Just right now, we just kind of give them a break and let them do their own thing. All right. Good night, Justin.
Oh, it's cold. Can you tell us where you purchased the quill pins from?
Well, online, I'll have to find that person's information. I was kind of confused about it at first, but I ended up figuring it out. Basically, what she has done, she has ordered tons of this stuff in from wherever, and she just sells it in bulk.
Jason, I'm drinking tea. JRK says, what are you drinking too? I did. We got some leftover tea from the party, and I'm drinking it. I know it was hard for you to let Bushwhacker go. Sometimes it's easy for us to think we have all the answers for other folks, but if we'll mind our own biscuits, life will be gravy. Sounds like a good plan on predator first and deer after.
So Showtime is spending time over by your neighbor's property yet? Well, actually, they've been spending time on our property, just on the wrong side of the property.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the cows have been over here on our property, and that's the deal today. Me and Stephanie actually went over to the neighbor's property, and we redone a lot of their fence, put new fence up to try to keep it to where the cows won't get out on this side. And I don't care other than deer season. Deer season, we try to keep them pinned up on this one side because if not, they eat all the food. Like I say, they eat 50 pounds of feed, and you'll see that coming out in the video. I was pretty mad.
Are you planning on building a barn for the hay bales next year?
No, no, we won't be building any more barns for hay. That barn will eventually turn it into a place where we'll put equipment and stuff. The hay around here, we just pretty much leave it outside.
Hi, my good friends. Always good to see your live sessions. West Virginia here.
Well, hello, Brandon. Will you ever go back to doing K9? Nope,
Hey, Neil.
I will not. I am done, unfortunately.
Neil, Kayson did finally get your gift, and he actually ordered his gifts with your gift. And that video, I'm going to put that in tomorrow's video. I did video it.
Kevin, I have several I use. I just, unfortunately, I can't mention the calibers and stuff on here. Those are trigger words.
I should make a licorice tea.
I don't like licorice.
I know. That was fun watching. Sure, it wasn't that fun doing it, but I enjoyed watching you and Addison rounding up the donkeys.
Yeah, that was cool to watch.
Nice solo cut, Brandon.
That's right. Got the kids.
Yeah, I stole one of yours.
The kids got me.
They're like that hard plastic too. Like
Part of my lips fell off or something.
no, that's how they go.
Oh.
Let's see here. Let's go back up here.
Actually, I've already turned in some ideals. I'm just waiting for them to respond back. We're working back and forth to create the logos. Actually, I'm trying to see if he actually messaged me today.
You're becoming quite a mechanic, Brandon. If I can spot that big buck down in the pasture, I'll show you how good my aim is. Stephanie, I love how Addison is going out there with you and helping you out with the video. She is so much like you. She really is. It's crazy how much she is. Steph, that was quite the storm you showed us. Any damage on the property from that? No, I was very surprised. I was waiting for some trees to be down or just anything because that wind was, I hated that I had to shut that door, but that wind was bringing all that rain right inside the house, so I had to shut it. Love the cubs, are so cute.
Hello from West Virginia.
Are enjoying the turkey you gave them. It's Brandon, almost a Jerry.
Yeah, we had a great time. We spent the weekend with all of them this past weekend, and let me tell you, it's so much fun to sit back and watch the kids. Me and Sean, we was talking about that towards the end. We went down the river. The kids want to go fishing, and was talking. It's just like, when we first met, we was at Sean's old house, and they was riding a golf cart, and they was little bitty, and here they are now. They're all teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
Teenagers. Yeah, 13. Yeah, they're all teenagers now, and it's just crazy. It doesn't really seem like we've been doing this long. It really don't seem like we've been friends that long, but it's been almost 5 years now.
Yeah.
That we've been friends with them, and man, I'm telling you, every one of those people, guys. My video will be coming out here pretty soon, but you talking about great family content. They're absolutely amazing. On camera, off camera, they're 100% the same.
Did your beach ball take off in that wind? Actually, it didn't. I was surprised. I guess that the wall of the deck, what's it called? I don't know. The deck or whatever, the post holds everything in there. Yeah, okay, so we had a bad storm that came through today at 7 p.m. Now we have some more rain, I think. No, not Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I think. And like Fridays is supposed to be a storm. Now it's broke up. It says Friday, Saturday, and Tuesday. So you never know around here. Like we were supposed to have some bad storms that one day. Yes, we got that crazy wind and rain and stuff that morning, but literally that was it. We didn't have it all day or nothing like that.
Been watching both channels and I love them. You both are amazing people. Thank you for your videos. You're more than welcome.
Brandon, how did you get that fishing pole on that tree?
I didn't actually get the fishing pole in the tree, but I got stuck with it. That is going to be Mr. Leighton Eddy.
He finds every tree.
Yeah.
I really think so. I have to crawl away. I'll be right back. All right, Dean. That was an awesome video. All the kids having a good time. They all get along so well.
Yes.
Well.
They played football from the time we got there to the time we left almost.
When Stephanie takes a drink, it looks like she's staring at us with 4 eyes.
So that's what's on our agenda over the next couple weeks is we are making, we're going to be cutting up the poles and setting poles to start putting up permanent fence. And then we'll do that back here for the donkeys. And then once we get done with that, we're going to move up front and start putting up fence to make that permanent fence. Now that one we may do a little bit different. I want to probably use 4x4 posts, and then I want to use 2x6s on top, 2x6s on the bottom, and then run the panels. Yeah, run the panels all the way to the ground, make them look good. Probably going to paint it black and white. I think I want to start changing things that go black and white as a pretty color.
Black and white.
Yeah, like probably, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
Will you be covering the pool soon?
Yeah, we really need to try to do that tomorrow too.
Yeah, that was something. We don't know if the pool cover is going to work the way we have the deck so tight fitted up to the pool. So we're going to try it. If it doesn't work, then we're going to have to order a big tarp. And that's going to be a mess in itself because that pool's big. Did you get the gate fixed yet?
Yes, the front gate is fixed.
Sunday, we are going to an indoor fall festival with our church. We have one, it's outdoor, but we have a fall festival Sunday as well.
Saturday, I thought. But maybe not.
Maybe you do Saturday.
Have you sold any hay bales yet? No. We posted them, but nobody wants them. I mean, I've got them like $30 a bale. I don't think I'm going to go any lower. I'm just going to stack them up back here, and we'll just feed them out, and then plus we're going to try to get a couple more cows. Hopefully, we'll see though. Do you know if Bushwhacker went to a pastor? Yes, Bushwhacker did go to a pastor.
With the hay bales too, I think they're not selling as good as they have, only because we did get a lot of rain. So a lot of people got a lot of hay. Yeah. So that's why it's harder to find people, just because we've never really sold hay, and most people already have their hay people if they need it or whatever. How's the little pig you got from Sean? That was a cute pig.
She's doing good.
She's doing really good. I think she likes the goats more than she likes the other pigs.
Neil says, I found out why Halloween is so scary. I saw the price of the Halloween things at the store. Now that was scary, man. I don't understand like the process of things. It's so crazy, um, which we are coming up on the end of just about the end of the year of our feeding for the animals, and y'all know we fed a bunch last year, and I am in shock how much money we've spent on feed this year, which is perfectly fine. But it's just crazy that the price of things. But we've had a lot more chickens and animals and stuff too. But it's crazy. I would rather spend all that money on feeding them because at the end of the year it all gets wrote off anyways, and they just get well taken care of that way.
Candy is so expensive, so glad we don't pass it out anymore. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they do pass it out here still. We just go to certain parts of the neighborhood, and then we go to the church and do it. I remember when I was a kid, we used to go out everywhere, but people just don't do it much anymore. But it got to where people was putting stuff in candy. It's just crazy.
Did the kids make your cups? Nope. These were just a dollar store find. It was awesome.
Kathy said, "You do have wonderful friends." Yes, we do.
We was wondering if you hatched any of the copper moran eggs that we gave you.
Which ones are those? Um, is that from Alabama? They were in the incubator.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We've had two or three different people give us copper moran eggs. They should be coming off. Maybe they're going to lock down tomorrow. I have to go look and see.
If you can raise your own corn and some sunflowers to feed the chickens, it would help cut the cost of feed.
We've already put numbers to it. That there's.
Plus, we're not very good corn growers.
The time that goes into it to break it all down, it's just cheaper to buy a bag of scratch or buy a bag of corn. In which we've changed a lot of the feeding up, but when we go into when they lay eggs, that's when we go in to give them 5 or 6 different feeds. But it's just one. I know we could get by without doing that, but I just love feeding them the high protein stuff. How long have you been a cop? And thank you for your service. 10 years. I was in 10 years. I'm just part-time now. I work 1 day a week now.
What do the kids want to be for Halloween? So Braylee is a princess. She kind of looks like she wanted to be a pink princess. So she kind of looks like Sleeping Beauty. And then Addison is a minion. And then she wanted to be a deer. It was a really cute outfit. We ordered it. It came in. It was too small for Braylee, even though it was her size. So they didn't have a size bigger. So she ended up being a minion. Kayson wanted to be the same thing he was last year, which I wish I would have kept his suit because then we could have just not had to buy one. But it's all black. Like he's got black gloves, black mask, black legs, everything's black. It's kind of like a shadow. It's called something. I forget what it's called. And then Leighton just informed me that he wants to be something this year. And he's kind of been standoffish the last couple of years. But he wants to be like one of those Scream or whatever, like the ghost face type thing.
Well, that's an easy costume. You just got to get the mask.
Excuse me. I was talking too much, too fast.
Good evening.
But yeah, that's what they are.
We will eventually sell the turkeys, not the ones we got now. We use the hens that we got now for the eggs. Hey, Lori, how are you?
And get me a refill just in case I start coughing.
Good evening, Jeff. How are you? She got the coughs. I'm in Houston, Texas area. We got some desperate needed rain today. It's supposed to be followed by some cooler weather. Now it's pretty cool here. It's 55 here, and I love it because the deer are moving. I've got the perfect one picked out for Kayson, and I hope he stays around. And we're going to start practicing with him tomorrow evening. So hopefully he can get one. I'm going to have to move my deer feeders or one of my cameras. Um, rain, go away. I don't like when the animals move around at night. The cameras start going wild. Yeah, I'm not going any lower than $30 a bell. Good evening, Brandon and Steph. Love watching your videos. Well, thank you so much for watching. Could you put a couple scoops of dirt on the creek crossing to make it easier? You could probably put the dirt on there, and then but it's just going to wash away. And you'll see tomorrow's when my next video coming out, we actually filmed going across the creek again. It wasn't bad once I found a way to maneuver through there. So, but it worked.
What are the new chicken waters and feeders called? Coop Works, right?
Yeah.
Our church would do something, kids dress up as biblical characters. You know, I remember our church used to do something like that a long time ago, like my childhood church.
No, the kids didn't make these cups.
I'm doing okay, Lori said, but could really use a little prayer for relief of pain. I have burning electrical feeling in my right arm and hand, making holding things painful.
We will definitely keep you in our prayers.
Yeah. Fall weather is here in East Idaho. We had our first hard freeze today. This morning's temps was 25. I think it's cold in the mornings, and it only is like in 50s, maybe 40s, but I think 50s.
Brandon, I bought one of them Defender cameras. I finally got something to follow me around.
Do you think you'll be selling any of your ducks next year?
Maybe our ducks are they're all different colors. I don't think they're one. I guess if people wanted just what was it, barnyard ducks?
I don't know.
I just love watching the ducks in the pond.
Your animals are very well taken care of.
We try. Cindy said, my husband of 25 years was a police officer in our hometown for 38 years. Wow. 38 years. I couldn't imagine doing it 38 years. Even now, it's so crazy. Like, I work one day a week, and the bodies that I've dealt with on Sundays has just been unreal.
We have been seeing a nice buck that I'm trying to get, but I have been sitting in my stand quite a bit, and he shows up after you can't get them.
I know I don't like that because we
Mhm.
had some really nice ones, but same thing.
Your ducks are Heinz 57 ducks.
Yeah,
The first year we lived in our house, I went through a paper grocery bag full of Halloween candy. I ran out and went to the grocery store and grabbed a bunch more and ran out. We usually had 300 to 400. Yeah, now you get a bag like this size for $10. Like if we try to get like when Brandon would, you know, be a police officer or whatever in the parade or whatever. One of the kids used to hang out the window and throw candy.
yeah.
We have to buy the big like 300 count, and
Yeah,
it was
$50 every time.
yeah, it's nuts.
Because we would go through 3 of them at each parade, which now they're not doing candy anymore.
Yeah, you can't throw candy. You can hand pieces of candy to people, but you cannot throw them, which is a whole nother story in itself. I don't like it.
It's dangerous. I mean, because the what they're seeing is it's dangerous because of the some of the kids get out there and start throwing pretty hard.
We dressed our girls as sheep. The oldest son was a shepherd. Baby 8 months old was a pup.
What was that deal that Daniel and them put on?
That was kind of like a
You talking about something that will touch you? Yeah.
oh my gosh. Which kids did we end up taking?
No, the kids did not make our cups.
I know Jacob's asked like 4 times. I don't
Yeah.
think he's hearing us.
I don't remember what they called that. I want to say Left Behind, but
No. I'll think of it. The wives of the police officers always had a float for our fall parade, and we threw out tons of candy. Throwing candy is better than throwing rocks.
yeah. It says from Billings, Alabama, close to Cog Hill, do you ship turkey eggs? Not yet. Maybe this year we will do some shipping.
Heaven's Gates and Hell's Flames.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Good job, Becky.
Your boys are both hard workers. Yes, they definitely love helping out for sure.
Bonnie says, I live just inside city limits and have 2 to 3 big bucks in my yard daily. The does were out back today.
We have a lot of deer in the city limits as well, and we catch a lot of people coming through town actually taking them out.
We won the costume contest.
When I was a kid, I liked Halloween, but I got out of that quick.
Cassie got hit by candy during a parade recently.
Yep.
I got hit by candy at a football game. The cheerleaders throw up candy on one of their cheers, and it was pretty funny. Actually, I was recording, so I forgot about that. I need to go look at that recording and see if I can see the candy. But that's the fun of it. I mean, you know they're going to be throwing the candy, so you kind of duck and weave.
Will you be putting heat on the waters in the cold weather to keep them?
When
Yes.
it gets cold.
When it gets cold, we've got some heaters that we put in the waters. Now the chickens will just have to go through buckets and water them 2 or 3 times a day. Just depends on how cold it is. If it's not very cold, we can usually get by watering in the morning and then coming out around 3 o'clock and breaking it up and watering again.
Yeah. Plus, I think we used those one that you cut a hole in.
Yeah,
The
we swap them out.
yeah. I swear the deer here runs to town from the bush, so they can't get pew-pewed.
The hunting trip was amazing, and luckily we came back Saturday, but I forgot I didn't actually request to take off Sunday. I work Sundays, and I forgot all about it until we got home, and somebody called or something, asked me to do something when I was on duty tomorrow. I was like, oh, I'm glad I came back early. But that's usually the way it is when the whole family don't go. I usually come home early. I get to seeing pictures and stuff and start getting homesick and have to get home.
It's a good thing I decided to look for alive. Hello, Brandon, Steph, and everyone in the chat.
Hello.
Hey, Renee. um, Debbie says hello. How are the kids doing? Are going to see the kids all dressed up for Halloween? I'm sure we'll throw a picture in there somewhere. There's so many deer here in Kentucky that it is not uncommon to see them in the city of Louisville. Bama says it would not hurt my feelings if we skipped Halloween and went straight to Thanksgiving. Lori, I sent you several heaters for the waters last year, but never ended up needing them. Yeah, we actually still have them because last year I don't think we got any like freezing weather where we had to.
Last year we didn't. I know one year though.
Yeah, the year before last we did
6 or 7 of them.
But I don't think last year. I don't remember having to bust up everything as like we normally do.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see this deer, but
I think I did with my boot some because it got slushy, but it wasn't ever yeah.
Yeah, it's not a very good picture, but
You're gonna have to push the.
See him right there. Yeah, there.
You gotta push the lock screen.
There he is. That's the one I hope Kayson can end up getting.
No deer yet. I live in an apartment complex now, and the first year I was here, I bought candy. I've been here 5 years and never had a trick-or-treater.
The stray cows are what are probably eating the bales of hay. Yes, you're right. I kind of caught one of them down there the other morning when I went back there early, which I'm hoping we can get them over here on this side of the fence and get them trapped back in.
Good night, Debbie.
But we built a lot of fence today.
In Lowe's, I seen Christmas stuff out already. Yeah, Christmas
Where'd
stuff
you get
is out
these
everywhere.
cups?
The dollar store.
Dollar store.
Dollar General. For $1.
God is love, since I'm not a big fan either.
Jacob was in a parade tonight, and I don't throw candy anymore because they just leave it on the ground and waste it.
Yeah. And that's another thing, too, is there's been a couple times that there's been close calls of the little kids. Some of the parents don't watch the kids very well or discipline them, or they're not very well disciplined, and they will run out and get this stuff. And, yeah, it's just not worth it.
Sue says, I haven't even put my fall stuff out yet. I can't even think about Christmas. My fall stuff's out. Y'all have seen my kitchen and stuff. Well, I got some stuff the other day for that entryway table. It's all decked out in more gnomes and fall decor. I'm so proud of myself. I figure Walmart will have their Valentine's stuff any day now.
God is love says, I honestly could go without any holiday. I love celebrating birthday and fun things.
I love that my kids always rode on the float. That way you weren't out there picking up all that candy to bring home. Yeah, that's this year we had, well, we would have had 2 and 2 because, 2 and 2. But
What about 3 and 4?
I was thinking 6 and 7.
No, I tell the kids I'm going 3 and 4.
But anyways, 2 and 2, what was I talking about?
I don't know.
I don't either. Oh, Leighton and Addison, Leighton's football player. So they had a football 8th grade. Well, it was junior high football players on one float, and then they had the 5th grade football players and cheerleaders on one float. So Addison went, but Leighton didn't get to go on the float. That's when they were actually already headed down to go deer hunting and everything. But I had the other 2. Plus, I had Ziri. I think I only had Ziri that day.
Pam, we're from Oklahoma.
So.
Yeah, that's kind of like me sit in the tree stand or whatever all day and then come into town and see them. Steph got Leighton earlier today or yesterday. Said had to take a video of a deer that got hit because Leighton couldn't get one or whatever. joking with him, but no. But,
I should show that, huh?
No, it's too graphic.
Oh.
It's peaceful to sit out there. It's kind of like baling hay, cutting hay. I loved it. About 2 weeks is all I can do because I start missing things around here and falling behind. But I'm going to tell you what, that's 2 weeks of fun memory. Y'all didn't see it, but y'all seen the tractor, but you couldn't see who was driving it. Kayson and Leighton bailed quite a few bales this go around. Kayson cut a lot of hay, and he sat in my lap and stood up, and he cut a lot of hay. And I mean, he was even using the levers to raise up the cutter and put it back down. Now, sometimes we had to come back around and make another pass, but hey, that's the only way they're going to learn is let them do it. But I was proud of Leighton because that tractor is intimidating. It is big. It's got a lot of buttons, but baling hay, you got a lot of stuff going on. You got to watch the feeder. You got to watch your feed over here. When it gets full, then you got to tie it, and then you got to open the door. I bet you he baled 50 bales. Yeah.
Eric says parades could be worse. You could be at the Mardi Gras parade down here in February.
Mm-mm.
You'll be carrying bags of beads and candy and everything else home with you.
No. That's something I never went was to Mardi Gras. I'm glad.
Jacob says, I started my Christmas list, and the first thing on it is to come to the Okie Expo next year. Addison,
5 months away.
Addison sent me her Christmas list, and let me tell you, we need to start saving up.
What she thinks she getting?
She's all girly stuff. What does right there?
Good Lord.
A phone case, Nike shoes, makeup, bracelet, a Walla, which is a new water bottle. I didn't know what that was. Sweatpants and Nike clothes, Nike socks, Sephora and Ulta gift cards, vanity, body, and mirror stuff. She's totally a girl.
Wow.
She said, that's just what I could come up with right now.
She is so responsible though, guys. She helps out around the house. She's done really good. Now she has her own phone now, and Kevin and Kimberly, we told her not to be bugging y'all because she was talking to somebody. I said, "Who you talking to?" No, she was telling us about the soccer game. I said, "Who are you texting?" And she said, Kimberly, I said, you better not be blowing their phone up all the time. So she's got her own phone now. And I think I figured out US Cellular's catch, though. So they called us and said that they was offering a free line for life. All you could bring in an old phone or get a new phone. So I went up there. I was like, what's the catch? There's nothing free. They was like, yes. So I read the contract. It is. It's free. All you get, new phone or old phone. And that's under that contract. But let me tell you, they are selling out to T-Mobile.
Oh, really?
So what's that mean? We're all going to get new contracts. And we're all going to have to pay for certain phones. So new contracts, I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but
T-Mobile is not good around here, though.
But that's a way out from it because they sell in new contract.
I'll just go back to AT&T. Watch.
I don't know. Well, I mean, it's going to still be good because they get all the cell towers
they'll
and
have
stuff.
the same towers. No telling.
You make me seasick, Brandon. That must be.
Probably from you twirling.
Oh, my bad.
I keep wanting to put my hand on it because he's got the armrest over here and he's like this. I'm like, no. Bet Kayson's Christmas list is going to be things for his chickens. No telling with that kid. No telling, for real. We had to get a new contract, but got the iPhone 17 Max Pro with it.
They got the new contract?
It just said a new contract. It didn't say.
Oh. My chicken water's froze multiple times. I think I'm going to insert my black water bowl and use in the wintertime. So yes, what we do is we have tons of jugs that we cut the hole out of, and we'll go through and set them out in the morning, and then the evening time we have more jugs. We fill them up and we swap them out and bring the other ones in and let them melt, and then we bring them back out.
Hers was with Verizon. Angie said T-Mobile isn't good anywhere. I know, that's what I was saying.
But if they're buying US Cellular, they get the
they
towers.
would have to get the towers too.
Yeah.
I guess. US Cellular, Brittany asked who T-Mobile's buying out. I bet there were a lot of boys missing on that float because of hunting season. Maybe. I didn't really notice.
Well, we left a few days early though.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Couldn't you get a Gab phone like Ranger has? Looking forward to the Christmas Eve live with the kids.
Well, I mean, we've already got a plan, and it's a free line, and it just works with what we got.
Dean, so most of the time they honor your old contract until you change.
I sure hope so, but we was talking about that at work the other night, and I was like, you are probably right. I said, if they do, they better be ready.
Bama said, my husband brought me to Petals from the Past for my 24th wedding anniversary because that's what I asked for. It was nice getting to meet y'all.
Yes, I remember that. I told somebody that night at the hotel. I said somebody came to the Petals from the Past for their anniversary. The husband, that's awesome.
I guess I missed that one. She's the one with it's Bama Gardner with the the sunflower. Brandon, when you were loading the first truckload in today's video, I was thinking how Kayson was the one to show you how to stack them the way you do, because the only way the other bales kept falling off.
It is.
He thinks about things like that.
Kayson thinks about things. He might not. He's pretty smart. He speaks his opinion when he has something, because we do listen to him. And
we want to know
to know what they're thinking, because, like I said, I would have never thought of that. I would hope I would have, but he thought of it. So that was pretty brilliant. Um, that's just your age don't really matter. You can learn something from anybody. That's like, I don't know if I said it in the last video. Somebody asked why in the comments why we ignored our children, and I'm like, ignore children? We don't ignore children. Now, is there sometimes that they may have to repeat themselves? Yes, but like we listen to them. Like,
or even like in the car earlier today, we was coming back from town, and Kayson and Braylee sit in the very back together, and they were bickering back and forth, One of them was saying, "Mom, Mom," because they wanted to tattle on the other one. And I said, "Kids, I'm ignoring y'all for a reason." So there is times that I ignore them, but I still hear them though.
Our kids are just like everyone else's.
Yep, they are. I tell them that they're going to sit there by each other until they start getting along, because I know that it ain't going to happen very long.
You wouldn't want me along deer hunting. I'd be cheerleading for the deer. Yeah, that's probably Addison as well. Me growing up, I went hunting a few times with my dad, but it wasn't something that we did on a regular deal. So I'm just thankful that I get to build these memories with the kids.
Cindy says, I used to order small Halloween toys from current stationery. I gave them to the babies that the parents were carrying that were too young to eat candy.
Wide Open Adventures, Oklahoma. Hello, everyone. Glad to see Eddy family. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Hey, Amy. Hello, Brandon, Stephanie. Sorry I'm late. Did I miss anything?
No, we're just sitting here, just doing our normal visiting with all of our friends. That's just what we enjoy doing. Like, there's sometimes I wonder if we started wording our lives something to catchy or whatever, but then I got to think, this is what we enjoy doing. Just sit back, enjoy visiting with y'all. If it picks up new subscribers, that's okay. But, that's the new subscribers we try to pick up is through our titles and thumbnails. We know our loyal subscribers are going to watch, but that's what we try to tell people is, there is a method to this, and you have to play along if you want to get the views. And it's just one of those deals that I've learned at the very beginning. It takes a lot of time, but once you get it built and get it going, it's worth it. I'm very thankful that I get to be with the family and have all these animals. And if it wasn't for y'all watching, we wouldn't get to. And we're very blessed to have y'all watching our stuff.
Sue says, Steph, kids aren't the only ones with selective listening. Nope, they're not. We are allowed to do it too.
I do it too.
Man, you on a roll tonight. You on your third cup? I'm drinking heavy.
Gotta put up with you.
Peyton, I know it, but October is about over. Odine says, not according to my 8th grade teacher, I couldn't learn nothing.
Jeff said, I plowed tobacco with a mule when I was 10 years. Wow. That's crazy.
What?
Jeff plowed tobacco with a mule when he was 10 years old. Like,
yeah.
Tobacco, they harvest.
Brandon, you better be careful, Sandy said. I'm going to need a shower from all those weeds that we just drove through. I feel dirty.
I know. I got those little seeds in my hair. Well, they're mostly out now.
Maybe we can plant you. Go pour some water on you.
I know. I was running through that field. I get on one of those missions of those cows.
We need to listen to our kids and try to understand them. Lots of kids today have absent parents. Yep. That is true.
They do.
That's one thing I hate about today's world is you have to make so much money to be able to provide for your kids that it takes up, you have to work longer hours which takes away the time for the kids. And I just hate how
We're we're blessed that we're able to be with ours.
Yes,
but
we're very blessed.
I talked to a lady, where was I at? Maybe it was Walmart. I don't remember where I was. She said that she was getting ready to get off work, and that was at not 6 o'clock. She said that she went and worked at the nursing home. She had to be there at 7, and she worked there until 3 a.m. And then she got off and started to be back at the store at 11 or something like that. And I'm just like, holy cow. But, she was like, just doing what I got to do to support the kids, Unfortunately, her husband is locked up, but it's hard for single women or single fathers as well. It takes two to raise a family, and more power to the ones that have to do it by themselves, honestly.
Save a cup of coffee for me, Brandon. I have to replenish my coffee stock tomorrow.
Brittany, I was told U.S. Cellular was selling out to T-Mobile.
Stephanie, a memory came up on my YouTube today of Leighton 4 years ago, and he was so small. I know. They were so small.
There's Steph. No, I ain't even told Steph there's this, but
you never do.
There's a homeless man that not a man, a homeless boy. He's younger than me, and he lives under a bridge. And I talked to him the other night, and I told him, first he wanted to run just because I'm pulling up in the unit. And it's weird. He was like, man, I've never had a cop just walk up and talk to me without questioning me. I was like, no. I said, here's it. We're all different. Everybody's different in the way we do our jobs. And what caught my eye, he had a dog. And he had a wagon he was pulling with his bicycle. And he got the dog to sit on the wagon. And that dog stayed on the wagon. So as we're sitting there talking to him, I asked him, how long he'd been there, what he was doing, and what happened. And he told me that dog was his best friend. He had had that dog since as a puppy, and I've always seen him with the dog. The dog will actually get on his neck and ride on his neck on the bicycle. And some days you can go through town, and that dog will be laying on its back with its paws up if he's got a backpack on. It's crazy, but yeah, and that he is just content with living underneath the bridge. That's just what makes him happy.
I had to work 2 and 3 jobs when my kids were little in order to pay the bills. God is definitely providing, so y'all can be with your kids. I'm so happy for y'all.
Well, we're very blessed. It was yesterday. Chopper, he's a preacher here. He came out, and if y'all remember, I used to raise the quail in those styrofoam incubators that had those quail turners, and he's got some quail that he's starting to raise some. And I told him, I was like, well, don't buy none of those turners. I've got a couple of them, and I will never use them. So he came out and got a couple and showed him the animals and stuff. But it was just neat, at the end he asked if he could pray with us. And I was like, that's and it kind of makes me wonder, like, when we're talking, is he scared to ask that, or because it is out of the normal, especially in public. But no, I was so thankful. I had a great time with him yesterday.
Good night, Donna.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Night, Lori.
I used U.S. Cellular for years.
When we raised tobacco, we set the plants with an old hand setter. My older sister set the plant, and I would drop them in the planter for her. We had several people planting.
That's pretty neat, then.
That was so nice for you to stop and talk with the homeless, me and Brandon.
Oh yeah, and it it was one of those deals. I wanted to. I want, and it's not done. I did told him what I drove. I told him, remember my face because I look totally different out of uniform. And if I pull up over the bridge, don't freak out. Um, and at first, I said, I seen him with the box, and I remember a call earlier that no, somebody come up to the church Sunday. He said, "Hey, I just drove across the bridge and there's smoke coming out from under it, and there's a tent under there, and there was a guy that was, using the restroom, and it was so early." And I said, "Yeah, that's fine. There is a lot of homeless people starting to stay around here." But I asked him. I said, uh, where you stay?" He said, "Well, I'll stay over here." And I seen the box, so I'll put one and two together. And I said, "Are you staying under the bridge over there?" And he said, "Well, yeah." And he's kind of paused. I said, "Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not here to get on to you because nobody owns the creek. As long as you got permission to get to where you're at, you're good." But it was just, it was nice getting a visit with him. But I want to continue getting to know him and finding out more about him. I'd love to help him, but you got to make sure that they're wanting the help.
Pam says this old woman is heading to bed. God bless y'all.
Well, God
Good
bless you
night.
as well.
Sarah's 30-year-old stay-at-home mother to one severely autistic 7-year-old boy. He is completely nonverbal, has never even said mama. Currently 9 weeks pregnant with my second child. Love you guys.
So nonverbal means they don't talk.
Yeah.
Is that autistic?
Mm-hmm.
We will definitely keep you in our prayers. That would be a miracle. One morning he just wake up and say mama.
Yeah, nowadays there are so many different therapies. Kayson's not severe, so all his therapies that he does do, it's nothing for his autism. It's all different things for his body and stuff, like the physical therapy and speech therapy and occupational therapy and stuff. All of that is all for like his physical appearance. But for being nonverbal, there's ABA therapy, and there's so many therapies out there that can help.
And hopefully he grows out of it.
Yeah.
It's one of these days. Lori says, "I need to stop typing and holding my phone, but I will still be listening to you all. Love you all. God bless you all. And thank you, Eddy family, for sharing your life with us. You're more than welcome."
Lindsay, my neighbors has cows that they sound like a party going on. All the mooing. Never heard that before.
Yeah, it's pretty neat when there's a bunch of them.
Good night, Diane. I've always been with US Cellular. The year my wife passed away, we had just got a new phone from US Cellular a month before she passed, and they gave me a complete refund.
Oh, wow.
That's
very kind of them.
Yeah, that's very kind. Hello, Anna.
Can you get a speeding ticket on the hayfield? Just kidding. I've got to go read some comments because I forgot I put that in there.
The deal about this is fast, this is slow.
Yeah, I wanted to show them because it, and that's probably not the correct speed I had to sped up, but I was just trying to put a reference in there, and then I left it, the small one going, and it turned black because I wanted them to see how much of it we got in there by speeding it up.
Cindy said, you mentioned one time that it was suggested Kayson was not autistic, but that he had a stroke in utero. I tend to believe that. Have we worked with autistic children when I taught school?
A stroke?
Yeah, when he was, I've told you this before. You probably forgot that his
No,
stroke don't mean nothing. I mean,
okay.
My son is autistic and he has a learning disability. Our family doctor said that he might grow out of. He's 20 and still has not grown out of it.
What is there to question? Is plan to see he's homeless? No, it's basically like helping him out, but not spending things on narcotics. I'm not on the street enough to know if he's one of the frequent visitors.
Anna said, saw Brandon's video with Leighton and Showtime with the neighbor's cows. I agree. It would be pretty cool if Bushwhacker did breed her.
I was thinking the same thing today. I hope so.
How can anyone complain about how fast you go riding on a tractor after watching me push a lawnmower?
Edward says, you are a very good person, Brandon. I remember the YouTube page when you gave your card to two. Oh, I forgot all about that. To two young men that saw them walking ever. I forgot all about that. Yeah. There was two brothers. Actually ended up being three. But there was two brothers that maybe they alternated walking, but they always walked to Walmart and they'd pull a wagon and they'd always have tons of water with them. And I knew that wagon. So that's great. I forgot all about that.
Kayson melts my heart.
We have lots of homeless. The cooler it gets, the larger it gets, but many can't live here and leave out in 115-degree weather. Yeah.
Yeah, Bushwhacker go to a good home.
He's not. I mean, I guess you would say he's a farm. He's on. So they said what sheriff told me was like this gentleman, he will buy several bulls and try them out, and if they're good, he'll keep them. If not, I guess they send them down the road.
By the time I get done weed eating 1 acre and start the other two, the first one needs cut. So yeah, Brandon. And they're talking to each other. I saw Okie Homesteader had been having issues with haying.
Sarah. Oh.
I know. I start to read them, and I'm like, oh, they're talking to someone else. I apologize. Please forgive. Oh, they were talking. Yeah, okay. I love that everybody talks to each other, and if they have questions and stuff.
Yeah, it definitely helps out. You two do an amazing job. God bless. Well, thank you, Sue. Sure.
We make plates of Thanksgiving food and Christmas food and give them to the homeless.
That's awesome. And that's the deal. I like to help, the ones that want to try to help themselves. But sometimes, they just can't overcome it. I still remember when you had K9 Max. Yep, Max is still on the street.
We were talking about him the other day. Not a whole lot, but remember that rope. Well, no, that was today.
Yeah.
I was asking you where that rope came from, and you said it was one you had. Thanks. We have a guy here who is around town with several huskies. We are not Alaska. I fell out and he's homeless.
But I think a lot of the homeless people like that have dogs because that is
A social companion.
yes.
That goes with the first statement, Stiff. My lawnmower broke. Oh, okay. Meg said as well, it's almost bedtime. It's fun listening to you guys. Good night. I hope you have a good night.
Yeah, and that's what I found out in the hayfield. Everybody's going to have breakdowns for sure. I enjoyed watching all y'all's videos. Y'all are an amazing family. God bless y'all. Well, thank you.
Sarah says, how many trick-or-treaters do you guys think you'll get this year? I'm in a busy area and get around 100 or 200 kids come to my door. She's obviously talking to the people in the chat because we don't get zero. My cousin's 8-year-old daughter has Parkinson's disease, and she has to wear leg braces and don't say much, but she is a sweetheart.
That's so sad. That's crazy. No, that's what's going to be on the agenda for the next couple weeks is to start trying to get some fence up. If we got the pot to build the corner post, I think I do want to start back here, and then we'll go to the front, and then I don't know if we will start the fourth chicken coop yet, but my dad just got a new building, and they put it in today, and it's a 25 by 32, 32?
20, no, 25, 22.
22 by 25 building with 3 roll-up doors, and we went and looked at it, and it's really, really nice. It's something that I'm kind of thinking about with the hatchery, but obviously a little bit longer. I might start putting that on the agenda, start designing it. I don't think we're necessarily ready yet, but we may design it and send it in and get a price because they actually had that whole thing built within, today. They showed up today and put it all up today. No luck selling the hay. No. But no.
Gary Walker was a chauffeur for the Amish when they were doing hay in his field and equipment broke down. He was glad to get them to get parts to fix what broke because they don't drive the cars.
Nope, they don't.
Steph, how do you guys give out candy? Your house is so far back.
We don't.
So we don't here. When anybody that's out here in the country, we don't get visitors and stuff. So a lot of people, because a lot of the people that do live out here in the country are like the grandparents. They will go with their kids trick-or-treating, or they will go to their kids' house and, or not their kids, but their grandkids. And they'll go to their kids' house and they will sit and hand candy out there.
Yeah.
We usually, almost every house we go to, there's like 3 families there that are passing candy out. They always kind of get together.
You guys, eggshells are good to crunch up and mix up with your garden soil. I've done that for years. My grandma taught me that. Yeah, but we crunch ours up and feed it back to the chickens. Hello from Ohio, was raised up on the farm. Had over 300 pigs. Good Lord. And about 500 cows. Also had peacocks that ran free on the farm. Well, ours used to run free until
they get ran over.
They love running out to the roadway. So,
people are doing trunk or treat in their school parking. So our churches do trunk or treat, and those are some of the places that we do actually go.
Those chicken coops or chicken ewes were moving or so beautiful. Oh, those chickens you was moving so beautiful. Yes, I can't wait. I hope I get some blue splash out of them.
The last year I lived in town, I had kids come to my door with no porch light on. I had to explain to the kids that the light is off because the parents didn't. That means we have no candy. Yeah, that's what I grew up knowing was if the porch light is off, then no one's home or that they're not passing candy out. But then if the light's on, obviously that means come on up. But ours don't even everybody that we go to, they're sitting outside. They're on the
Yeah.
porch already with the candy ready and everything. You don't like knock on the door or anything. Now there was a couple older generations or whatever that we actually knocked on the door and they come out with candy, but not very many.
Yeah. With all that being said, we've been on about an hour and a half. I know it's been a while since we went 2 hours, but we've been super, super busy. I think I'm going to run down and do a quick walk through all the animals, and then we're going to try to get some of our night stuff taken care of. But we just want to hop on here and visit with y'all like we do every week.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Try again.
No, no. Anyways.
I found this on the...
Hope each and every one of y'all have a wonderful night, and we will see y'all in the next live or the next video will be out tomorrow. Steph
Yep.
will have hers out tomorrow. So good night, guys.
Good night.